Welcome to Minutes with Michael. As you can see, we've made some changes. Originally, we normally do just audio, but we'll be doing videos going forward. We started a topic with three series, and the topic is called Making It Our Responsibility. And the final series under that topic is called Do We Need Mentors? Now, personally, I think we do need mentors, but that's just my belief, right? And why do we need them? Now, a mentor is somebody you consider who you look up to, or you emulate, or you seek guidance from them. And this guidance that you seek is guidance that will help you in achieving a particular goal, right? Now, when I look back on some of my accomplishments, I can associate it with a mentor. And it's not a case where that person is constantly in my space. That's not it. But from time to time, I might need answers to some questions or guidance with regards to a decision. And based on that discussion that I have with my mentor, I will make a decision. And in most cases, that decision is usually right. Now, why would I need to make mistakes when there are persons who have already made those mistakes and I can learn from them? And I think that's one of the main reasons why we need mentors. If I am going along a particular course and I know somebody who have gone along that course already, then why not just ask the person, about their experiences, so that you don't have to make the same mistakes they have made, So for me, that's one of the main reasons I think we need mentors. Now, the word mentor is actually from Greek mythology. It's actually a man's name, right? There is this book called Homer's Odyssey, and it speaks about a man who left his son with a dear friend of his called Mentor, and this dear friend is somebody considered very wise, right? And he entrusted his son to Mentor, and Mentor took care of his son for 20 years while he went to the Trojan War. So that's where the word mentor comes from, right? I can't remember the name of the person. I think it's Odysseus or something like that. But that's where mentor comes from, right? And then it just flow through, history, get into the English, whatsoever. I was reading a book some time ago, and it spoke about mentorship and mentorship programs, right? And I am not aware of a lot of them happening now and here. I don't know. But back then, it seemed like mentoring and mentorship was a big deal. In organizations, you will have somebody who you consider a successor, and you would do an apprenticeship program with them. I don't see a lot of that happening here in Jamaica, but if it is happening, please, you can let me know, right? Because I don't know everything. I'm just sharing my views on mentorship. But I don't think mentorship is something that is endorsed a lot in Jamaica. I think it's something that we need to endorse much more or invest in, right? Now, based on the book I was reading, it says that usually a company, the head of the company will have an apprentice or several apprentices. And these apprentices will be guided by him. And over time, when he's about to leave the company, he will hand over the company to one of these persons who is an apprentice, right? So what I find now is that if an organization wants somebody in a particular field, they will tend to make a request, right? Send out advertisement and yes, get the best person for the job. Sometimes persons will use persons from the organization, but not in most cases or not in all cases, right? You will have a newbie coming in to take this post over, and sometimes the persons within the organization have to teach this newbie, how to work or understand rather the business that they're in. And I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. That's cool. But if you have somebody who's already in the organization that you are training, right, then the time that you're going to use to train somebody new, you would have already gone through all of that, right? So you wouldn't have to be investing in getting or educating somebody new to take this role over. But that's just my thoughts on the matter, right? But I don't see a lot of persons who are there or accomplished, going out there or teaching other persons what they know. And it saddens me because I can recall several experiences I've had where you have somebody with tremendous knowledge and they are going to die with all of that. Now, I'm going to tell you about two stories. There's this man, and they're true stories, right? Yeah. There's this man. He's exceptionally skilled at mechanical engineering. He has two sons. Now, I had the opportunity to be around this man sometime, and I said to him, boy, if I had the time, or if this was something I was interested in, I would like to know more about it. I would like to just be around you so you can teach me all of this. This man will make windmills, treadmills, just all sorts of gadgets. I remember I wanted a unique kill switch from a car, and this man I just told the man that I needed something like that, and the guy just built it in no time, right? And this is an old man. And I just think to myself that when he dies, because his sons aren't interested in knowing it, right? So I'm just thinking to myself, when he dies, all that knowledge will be gone with him. Another scenario is I had the privilege of being in the presence of a very successful and accomplished entrepreneur. And I said to her, why not write a book to share your experiences and all that you have been through and the fact that you have gotten to this point in your life? And she said, she smiled and she said, nah, people aren't going to read it, and young people don't have time to read. Now, there's some truth to that, and I mean, I like to read. I enjoy reading. I enjoy seeking new knowledge. But how many persons enjoy reading, right? And when I looked at it, I said to myself, when this woman passes, all of that knowledge that she has will be gone. And why I even encourage her to write a book is because not everybody will have the privilege to be in her space. I mean, I just had that moment to be in her space, and I tried to learn as much as I could while I was there. But there are things that she knows that I will not be able to learn from or benefit from because I'm not in her space that much, right? Because you can learn from mentors two ways, either directly or indirectly. Now, you can have a direct mentor in the sense that you have somebody around you, somebody in your space, somebody you can call, somebody you spend time with, and you can learn from them, right? And that's easy to do. But then you have mentors indirectly, right? Where you would possibly just read articles on them, read journals, try to watch interviews, try to learn about them and stuff like that. And that would be like an indirect mentor. So let's say you are an athlete. You might want to learn more about Usain Bolt. You're into entrepreneurship. You might want to learn more about Michael Lee Chain or Butch Stewart or one of these guys. And everything that they do might not work for you. I mean, you know that. You have to know that, right? But at the same time, there's still something you can learn from them, right? And that's why I believe a lot in mentors. Now, I said to you that some of the things that I've accomplished is because of persons who I emulate. I have them in my life and I try to learn as much as I can from them, right? Now, I can give you a scenario about that. When I was doing my master's, this is just weird. When I was doing my master's, initially I wanted to do general management, yeah? And I remembered doing a course in management finance. And I tell you, that test, when I did that test, oh my goodness, major failure, the first test, major. I mean, I've never done a test and sweat so much in my life. I mean, I even prayed 2 times while I was doing that test because there was nothing I understood on that paper, nothing at all. Anyways, after failing that particular test, I started thinking to myself, should I really do general management? I didn't know. I wasn't sure what to do. So I called 2 of my mentors and I spoke to them and they said to me, why do general management? Do marketing. You're already in the area. That's what you do at work. Continue with marketing. And I said, okay, cool. I'll do that. I mean, I didn't even think about it because the truth is originally I really wanted to do general management. And, I had my doubts. But even though I had my doubts, when my mentor gave me that instruction, I decided that, you know what, I'm going to do marketing. And trust me, it's one of the best things I have ever done. Following my mentor's advice and doing marketing, trust me, I did not regret it at all. So it is important to have mentors in your life. And I would like to see more persons wanting to be mentor. We complain a lot about our society. We complain a lot about our youths. We look at them and say, okay, I mean, I wonder what kind of future Jamaica going to have. considering the type of youth that we have here today. But then here you are complaining that, the country is in a particular state and you don't know what type of young people in a Jamaica, all kind of something. But then what kind of part you play for make a difference? How much person ever consider looking at themselves and said, let me try and see if I can make a difference with a youth here. Let me see if I can talk to him about something or encourage him. How much of us willing to do that? Not a lot of us. Most of us were just selfish and we're willing to just, live our life for ourselves. We're not thinking about nobody else. Right? But note this. While we are here and we are at home and everything nice, and we think we're in our own space, our little space, that one youth where you see and you neglect might just come back to be somebody who's going to haunt you. You understand? You just take a little word more time. Just need to share something, to encourage somebody, make them know, say, despite the challenges where they might go through, don't give up, things will be fine. Sometimes just that's all them need, Sometimes just a word. But most of us, we're not willing to do that. You understand? Most of us have the knowledge that we're using to make the country better, but we're not willing to pass that knowledge down to somebody else so that they can build on what we already know to make the country move faster or move further. But when we keep everything to ourselves and then somebody else coming up, then we forgot to learn all of that over, right? When you could have just share all of that with them and all them need to do are build upon that. So, whereas I believe mentors are important, how many persons are there who are willing to be mentors, who are willing to share an advice or share their experience and knowledge with somebody else? Not a lot of people. Most people are too busy. I thank God for the persons that I have guiding me. But to be honest with you, there are persons that, I would like to have to guide me in certain ways. But the truth is, them just too busy. And I'm going to tell you, that, boy, I'm too busy. I have this for them, I have that for them. You understand? I don't have time for this. You understand? But they're not looking at the facts, say. They're not looking on the facts, say, here, if I don't share this with somebody, when I die, all that knowledge going to be gone with me. You understand? So if we're having a society, right? If we're having a society and we want the society Jamaica to move forward, right? Instead of keeping all of that knowledge to ourselves, let us share that knowledge with somebody else. Let us have an apprentice. Let us have a one or two youth who could say, all right, I could see this guy seems to have potential. I could see what we can do with him. I could see if we can help this business to grow. I'm not talking about a major corporation, I'm talking about even some small business. If you don't have a son or a daughter who are interested in other business, because sometimes persons have businesses, and their kids aren't interested in it, right? But there might be somebody else who would be interested in building that business for you and carrying on that business for another 100 or 200 years. But that's just pretty much up to you. Anyways, that's the few minutes I would like to share. This video is a bit longer than I expected, but I just want to thank you for listening in. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share, and see you again on Minutes with Michael.